the demented scientist disguises himself and tricks Ken Morgan and Professor Arnold into searching an abandoned quarry for a meteorite, the source of the extremely rare metallogen.
When I made my earlier test here, I detected traces of a meteorite underneath that overhang of rock.
The needle doesn't seem to show any reaction.
I forgot the little antennae that fits into the socket. I'll get it out of the car.
Push! Push! Look out, Professor!
You better sit down here, Ken. Let me have a look at that ankle.
It's all right, I just twisted it a little.
I really feel responsible for this, gentleman. I should never have brought you to this place.
Oh, don't blame yourself, Doctor. The avalanche had nothing to do with your bringing us here.
Forget it, Draper. Let's go on with a demonstration of your detector.
Good idea. This is the antenna I went back to the car for. The movement of the needle indicates the presence of meteorite minerals. However, the slowness of the movement indicates that the quantity of such minerals is extremely minute.
What would happen if metallogen, for instance, were present in larger quantities?
In that case, the needle will move more violently, perhaps even be erratic.
I see.
I'm satisfied your detector will do the work. I suggest we go back to our place and sign the agreement with the doctor.
That's all right with me. If this instrument can help us locate a commercial amount of metallogen, we're ahead. If not, what can we lose?
You know, Morgan, I'm beginning to give you credit for a lot more brains than I did at first.
Coming from you, Draper, that's quite a compliment.
Come on, boy. Come on, Thor. Come here. Come here, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah, come here. Come here, boy.
How's your little boy's asthma? The vet said he'd be as good as new.
All right, Thor. Stop, Thor. Wait. Wait.
I ain't scared of you no more, Mr. Rabbit. I made my mind up to that this morning. Look at here, Mr. Rabbit. I'm gonna get that soap and ain't nothing you can do about it. Take it easy now. You know me and you is friends, remember? Mr. Ken? Mr. Ken? What's the trouble, Flash? The rabbit's got my soap on him and he won't give it back to me.
All you need is a little confidence.
I've got a little enough now. If I had any less, I wouldn't be working here.
See? Nothing to be afraid of.
Thank you.
Well, I guess that does it, Dr. Draper.
Is that contraption over there your famous metallogen man?
That's right.
I'd like to show you how it
it works. Unfortunately, that's not possible right now.
If it doesn't work, why did you give it all that publicity?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the robot itself. Only we don't have the proper control unit with which to operate it.
I don't understand.
It's quite simple. That unit was stolen from us by that madman, Ernst.
The more you tell me about this Professor Ernst, the more I'm inclined to believe he must be a very brilliant man.
Brilliant, yes. But an arch-fiend and a criminal.
Why are you in such desperate need of metallurgy to make this contraption work?
Well, it's the essential element in the robot as well as the control unit. On the theory of interradiation.
Sound scientific principle? I'd like to take a look at the metallurgy in this thing.
It's all right with me. Do you mind getting the disc scan, please?
Not at all.
Well, this is my daughter, Babs, Dr. Draper.
I'm delighted to know you, Dr. Draper.
I'm sorry I can't say the same thing about meeting you.
I don't understand.
Women have an unhappy faculty of upsetting men's plans. Personally, I wouldn't have it around my workshop.
Oh, Babs has been a great help to us. In fact, she's responsible for my having contacted you. Well, thanks, Ken.
I presume this disc carries energy waves to a separate transformer on the inside of the robot?
That's exactly right. Here, I'll show you. That's all there is to it.
Well, let's not waste any more time on that thing. I'll get my detector, then Morgan and I can start out on our search.
Nothing can suit me better.
That man's the most eccentric person I've ever met.
I'm inclined to think you're right, dear.
Hello, Flint. Hello, Flint.
This is Flint, boss.
Take the metallurgy tube out of the robot control unit. Then you and Butler rush it over to Dawson's paint factory. So Draper's detector will work.
What do you want us to do after that?
Stay there. Wait until I contact you later.
Okay, boss. Any luck yet?
There's nothing here in this part of the town. Suppose we try the industrial neighborhood.
Suits me. Look at that needle jump. Why, it's going wild.
That doesn't necessarily indicate the presence of meteorite matter.
Are you kidding? You yourself explained how your detector works.
So I did. But look around here, Morgan. This is a manufacturing neighborhood with all sorts of electrical machinery in full operation. That undoubtedly explains this instrument's unusual reaction.
In other words, you're admitting that this machine isn't worth a Continental.
I'm admitting nothing of the kind. I merely feel that we should have to look elsewhere.
And where do you suggest we look now, my good friend?
I'm leaving that entirely up to you. Everything worked out exactly as I planned. Get that metallurgy tube back to my workshop. So you wait there. I'll put it back in the control unit myself.
Dr. Draper deliberately lied to you about the reaction of his detector.
I'm convinced of it.
Why should he? He's practically our partner.
I don't know what his motive may be, but I do know I'd give anything to get a hold of that detector and go back to that paint factory.
rather late tonight, haven't you, Doctor?
Time is of no importance. You yourself should know that. I'm not going straight to my hotel, and I don't want to leave the detector upstairs unguarded. I thought you might have a safe or a vault.
Why, we'll gladly take care of it for you, Doctor.
Well, see that you do. If anything should happen to it, I'd never forgive you. Good night.
Good night, Doctor.
What could be sweeter?
Do you mean you're going to borrow it now?
I may never get another chance. Wake up, Flash. We're going for a ride.
Oh, please don't take me for a ride, mister. I ain't done nothing.
Take it easy, Flash.
Oh, excuse me, sir. I must have been dreaming.
First, we'll take the professor and Miss Babs home, then you and I are going to do a little sleuthing on the other side of town.
Yes.
I knew that Draper was lying.
What does that thing mean, jumping around like that?
It means that you and I are pretty good detectives, Flash. I'm going to take a look around the outside of this place. You stay here in the car and wait.
Yes, sir. I'll stay in the car, but I won't guarantee you the car will stay here.
It better stay here.
Get out of that car.
Oh, right now I'm scared, but about in half a second, I'm going to get mad, brother. When I get mad,
Flash, you know...
succeed in his fiendish plan to steal the Metallogen Man? Will Thor, the ape, revert to his killer instincts? Don't fail to see A Scream in the Night, the 7th exciting episode of The Monster and the Ape, at this theater next week.